Mr. Hollywood Havoc, here to bring to you on my channel some of the latest and greatest. Now I'm just playing. Now I'm going to start by playing with the Houston Texans in this league that I'm currently affiliated in. This is week 1. My opponent's coming, so I figured I'd take this time to share a little bit about this realistic team build I'm going to do for the Texans. They have a lot of great pieces already assigned to the Texans. I don't have to do much to the defense. Offense, rookie quarterback Tom Savage is there, but I'm going to roll with the rookie quarterback Deshaun Watson because he's young, and the way this year's Madden is constructed, get these young guys in as soon as possible so they can get that XP. So we're going to roll with Deshaun Kaiser. I played a preseason game with him against another opponent, and we won, and the team looked really sharp, looked really good. As you can see, I made some upgrades to the offensive line. I moved Mr. Manzak over to the to the left guard, which he was the center. I was able to pick up Nick Mango in the center, and one thing you guys should know when it comes to the offensive line, those that are following my channel, and please click that like if you're not, and subscribe to me, and you'll get weekly content put out to you in regards to schemes and tips and all that other good stuff. So back to the offensive line here. One thing you need to know about the offensive line is that anytime you have your center and you want to check his awareness, okay? Nick Mango's awareness is an 83. As you can see, he has some decent other attributes to go along with it. But that 83 gets counted twice. Let me explain something to you. He has an 83 in awareness. So that means if this guy right here, who has a 92 in awareness, then this guy right here, who has a 78 in awareness. Nick Mango, of course, we already know has an 83. This guy has a 74. This guy has an 84. Now what you want to do to find out your total IQ of your offensive line is you want to add all these numbers up and then divide them by 6. Not 5, but 6. Because that way, I'm sorry, no, you want to divide them by 5. That way you get a real IQ equivalency of what your offensive line is made out of, because you're counting your center not once but twice. That makes your overall offensive line more intelligent, more aware, because your center is responsible for directing traffic when it's time to identify and pick up the mic. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to get started in a little bit here. So hopefully y'all sit back and enjoy the stream that I provided. My defense is looking pretty good. I was able to pick up a defensive tackle in the free agency pool, Jesse Williams. Now I'm a 4-3 guy. I have nothing against the 3-4 or any of these hybrid type defenses and stuff like that, but I'm going to be realistic with you. If you run a 3-4 on me, if you run a hybrid defense on me, I'm going to pound you with the rock. I'm playing with the San Diego Chargers playbook, Anthony Lynn, which is a new playbook added to Madden. The reason why I chose that playbook, I liked it actually a little bit better than Sean McVay from the Rams. I liked it a little bit better than his. But I chose his playbook because it's a fairly new playbook. Well, it is a new playbook, and nobody truly knows what type of offensive scheme is going to be unless you try the playbook out. So I saw the playbook, and I saw some of the passing concepts and stuff like that, and of course I added my own little flavor to it, but for the most part it's the Chargers playbook. The Chargers defense in real life has moved from a 3-4 to a 4-3, which I love. Now in previous Maddens, I have always found it that if I pick a 4-3 playbook or the cover playbook or what they call it, the 4-3 playbook itself, there was always something missing. There was never everything that I truly wanted. Like in the 4-3 playbook in Madden 17, I didn't have the 46 bear. I had the 44 split, which I'm not a fan of the 44 split, but you can abuse it if you know how to work it. But if I picked the cover playbook, it gave me everything that I wanted, but it didn't have the dollar formation. Thank you, Madden, for answering my request. Anthony Lynn's playbook has everything that I need for my 4-3 defense, including the dollar and the 4-6 bear. So, hey, I'm good to go. So, like I said, I run a 4-3. I moved Jadeveon Clowney down to the defensive end position to help give me a little bit more edge pressure. I picked up defensive tackle Jesse Williams. Those who don't know, Jesse Williams was a sleeper in previous Maddens in the past at the defensive tackle. He's still pretty legit on here with 94 strength and 77 or 78 block shed, I believe, and good tackling. But you know, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, and when Baltimore Ravens were at the top of their game, they were running the 4-3. They had Saragusa and they had Adams pushing that pocket up the middle, and the edge rushers, Bullware, and those guys just coming through there, cleaning up, and Ray Lewis would just mop up. So I kind of base my philosophy and my defense off of that. The reason why I like the 4-3, and especially the way I construct and set it up, is that most of the people that play me, if you try to run the ball on me, if you get 50 yards, consider that a good day. I'm going to be honest with you. If you get 50 yards rushing on me, consider you had a good day. So it's good to have a defense that allows you to make an individual one-dimensional. So I think my opponent's ready for me. He's tagging me in the group me chat. So we about to get it popping. And we're going to see what these Houston Texans do with Deshaun Watson as their quarterback. So let's see what's up, man. Oh, this is another opponent responding to me. Let me text him and tell him that I'm about to start a game. And I have to get him after this start. Alright. The other teams I'm playing with that I'm doing realistic rebuilds that I will be streaming, because I do a lot of my streaming is mostly on CFM. I don't do too much streaming when it comes to the lobby games, because if I lose in the lobby, I take that as the good, the bad, the ugly. It's a learning experience for me. And playing in the rank lobby games, you know, you see everything. Everybody's looking to exploit a glitch and find out something, and find something that works. But I only have really one team on this game that I truly struggle with the most, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. For some reason, no matter what team I pick, the Atlanta Falcons give me such a headache. And the reason why they give me such a headache is because they are extremely fast. I mean, like, fast on the ball, fast to the snap. Julio Jones is on steroids. He catches everything. The offensive line is not even all that great. They have an average offensive line, but the way they protect Matt Ryan, you would think they had the Dallas Cowboys in front of them or something. But, you know, I'm figuring out a way around that stuff, and I played this guy, and I had the Chargers. Of course, like I said, I'm playing with the Chargers playbook. And I played this guy earlier in the ranked game, and he had the Atlanta Falcons. So, in the Chargers playbook, they have a nickel gap defense as well. That's something new that I'm trying. I haven't always been a fan of it, so I've been trying it out. And I was going through my defenses and trying to find something that's going to slow him down, because I was still able to score. And I come across it. Let me just go ahead and try the defense. So I started calling like the mid blitz and the cover 2, the cover 3 blitz out of it, and it was working. Like, I got a pick 6 off of it, and Matt Ryan was getting sacked by Joey Bosa and Archuleta and them boys. And I was just like, hold up, this defense. So I started, you know, I had to Google it, or, you know, go to YouTube and check it out, find to myself, and find out what was so special about this defense. If you ever play an opponent that likes to do a lot of play actions, run that defense on them. I promise you. That, for some reason, that defense, the defensive ends don't get frozen or get caught up going after the running back on a play action. They go straight for the quarterback. It's like you either hit him before he fakes the handoff and get a fumble, or you hit him immediately after it's like you hit him in a timing frame where there's nothing he can do about it unless he cancels the play action. And what's the point of running a play action if you're going to cancel the play action? But yeah, that nickel gap blitz, it kills play actions. I mean, and you'll see a lot of guys running the play actions out of the two tight end sets and stuff like that. So you need to be aware of the defense. The only weakness on that particular defense is the outside run. Like if you got a good running back, good fast agility and acceleration, they can get to the outside. You could be in trouble. That defense doesn't do too well with the outside run. Play action destroys it. Inside run slows it down. Good against the pass. But the outside run is weak. So I'm still going to run that defense because I'm about to play the Jaguars, and I'm quite sure he's going to run a lot of play actions with Blake Bortles and them. So hopefully with Clowney and J.J. Watt, I am able to slow the outside run down, especially with Fournette. I believe that's his name. So we'll see what's up, and we'll go ahead and make some things happen here. So let me see if my opponent is ready to go. And I think he is. And we can go ahead and get this cracking because it's about that time. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all thought. If you got any comments, any questions, you want to see some different schemes or something like that, let me know, and I'll put that information out there, man. I'll reach out personally to all my people as much as possible. If you message me, I'll message you back. That's how I'm going to roll, okay? So you're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly. So we're going to make it happen. Let's see. I hope he's ready. He said 15 minutes. That was about 15 minutes ago. So if y'all don't hear me talking, I'm not going to talk too much because, you know, when I talk and try to play, I lose. I'm going to be honest with you. Say what you want. I can't chew bubblegum and talk at the same time. So it is what it is. So thank y'all for tuning in, and God bless, and hope y'all enjoy. And if you see any schemes that you like in my playbook, because I have added my little flair to this Chargers playbook, hey, let me know. I'll send some information about whatever I'm doing, or I'll post the information. You can check it out on your own. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Jaguars going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. First and 10, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go! What? Nine! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Lamar Miller went to Houston to be the lead running back, the featured guy, but still, I think Coach Bill O'Brien, he might have felt he overused him a little bit in the season. His touches were way up.
Yeah, he was on pace for over 400, a lot of bumps and bruises, maybe on a little bit of a pitch count here in the early going.
Could also be the reason Houston drafted Dante Foreman out of Texas, maybe to ease the load a little bit.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong, complete. And he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it again with Miller. Oh, good move at the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 25 yards. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Trying for his tight end, Rivera, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition.
Here we go. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
A first down carry now for Miller. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. 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 Let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. Miller with first down and more. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Miller, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's 15-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jags getting ready to set up shop on offense. And, Charles, it's a question with them that I feel like we've asked many times before. Is this the year you think that they turn it around? They enter 2017 having missed the playoffs for a 9th consecutive year.
And until Jacksonville answers that question affirmatively with a playoff run and a playoff appearance, we keep asking that question, and rightfully so. Look, they've had excellent drafts over the last 3, 4, 5 seasons, most of that on defense. This year, they tried to hit it on offense to try and help out their young quarterback, Blake Bortles. They went with Leonard Fournette, the big runner out of LSU. Cam Robinson, the offensive tackle out of Alabama. They want to control the ball a little bit more, and they think if they can do that, play better on offense, they can make a run in the AFC South.
They'll run it again with Fournette, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brad Nortman, in his 6th year in the league, on to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. For the Houston Texans, as they make their way onto the field, another season for them that begins with a lot of optimism. They coming off a 2nd straight AFC South title, finishing 9-7 3 straight years. Maybe they're hoping this year that 10 wins is a minimum for them.
10 wins and beyond, because they've got the defense to take them all the way to the Super Bowl. Number 1 in the NFL last year. Get J.J. Watt back. They drafted Deshaun Watson in the first round at quarterback. They need to shore up that position in order for them to make the run that they expect, one that could culminate in a Super Bowl appearance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. Throwing on third down, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a first down throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10:20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now it's Miller. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Miller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Here we go. Flex round. What? None. Check 13. Flex round. Flex round. Check.
Here's Watson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This is Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, and hit them over the top.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, Follow this block, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Texans coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, last year they struggled to rush the ball in the end zone. Only 8 touchdowns on the ground, second fewest in the league. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there. Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
Here's Watson on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C., and the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Daniel Brown, 69 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ohio! Let's round!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second is Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To throw on second down, Watson. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 24 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Fournette, a first down carry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Watson now looking to throw on second down. That's caught, Fedorowicz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Come on, flex round! Flex round! Hey, check. Flex round! Flex round!
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. 20! Strong grabs it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Miller. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Jay Prosh taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans add on. Novak to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. try to get the run game going. This is Fournette, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Bortles. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now out comes Houston. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Throwing is Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go to.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Black round. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Now it's Watson. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. Here's a give to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
In motion is Strong. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Six guard! Check six guard! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ohio! Here we go! White, none! White, none! Check, 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 check. Flex round! Flex round!
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And some room to maneuver. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
It's going to be Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Under 10! Under 10!
Watson now to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. He got 29 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Bortles. And now here's another interception. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll run it again with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 23 yards on the play. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.